Out on parade for tonight's first race. Exacted trifecta wagering kicks off the double, scratch the 5, Little Trick, and the 7, Beve Rebo. 1 is Plainfield, owned by Thomas Carroll. Jamie Dunlap drives. 2 is Look at the Sissy, owned by Richard Long. Chip Noble in the bike. 3 is Turbulent Airs, Max Gwen, Jeff Nysonger. Number 4 is Ab Falcon, owned by Raymond Kenny with Dave Hawk. 5 is out. 6 is Noble Sis, owned by Joyce Slaughter, Ty Van Roden. 7 is out. The 8 is Sleigh Run Magic, owned by Parker, Massey, Ferguson, and Parker, Bill Long Jr. And from the outside, number 9 is King's Royal Lady, owned by Lloyd Jean Brown with Jack Daly driving. 6 minutes. And the gate is rolling. There they go. And they're off. Noble Sis is out quickly from the center. Plainfield is prominent from the rail, and Look at the Sissy will drop in third. It's a length and a half farther back to Max Gwen, who comes away 5 off the pace in fourth. Then it's Ab Falcon, Slate Run Magic, and King's Royal Lady is last of the 7 as they make their way to head stretch for the first time. And Ty Van Roden and Noble Sis, they lead the way by 2 lengths from Plainfield in second, 2.5 back. Look at the Sissy third, Max Gwen, Ab Falcon, Slate Run Magic, and King's Royal Lady passing the opening quarter. And coming in front of the stands for the first time, it's Noble Sis leading the way. Noble Sis at 2-1 is on top by a margin of 2. Tracked by Plainfield second, span of 3. Look at the Sissy third, 2 more, Max Gwen fourth. Ab Falcon, 3 more, pair of trailers, the outsiders, Slate Run Magic and King's Royal Lady. Well strung out, about 18 lengths cover the field as they race around the turn on their way to halftime. And Noble Sis is on top. Noble Sis from Plainfield in second. Look at the Sissy, Max Gwen. Hawk takes Ab Falcon to the outside, still with 5 lengths to make up. Another 2 more, and we come to King's Royal Lady, who starts to get underway, leaving Slate Run Magic, the trailer, as they pass halftime with 3/8 of a mile remaining. Midway through the backstretch, Noble Sis still on an open lead. Noble Sis from Plainfield in second. Ab Falcon continues to gain ground under the whip on the outside third, but still 3 off the pace setter. 2 more, and Look at the Sissy is covered up fourth. Gap and cover, King's Royal Lady is struggling in fifth, followed by Max Gwen, and 3.5 back to Slate Run Magic at the 3/4 and moving around to head stretch. And it's still Noble Sis with a decisive lead. Noble Sis by 2.5. Plainfield trying to keep up in second. Struggling on the outside is Ab Falcon with Look at the Sissy as they pace through the final 8th mile. And it's Noble Sis. She's getting some urging now, but she's still on top by 3. Plainfield giving chase, late pace, Look at the Sissy, Max Gwen, but it's all Noble Sis in the opener. Noble Sis from Look at the Sissy and Max Gwen third. Back in the winner's circle, the official winner of tonight's first race, Noble Sis, a 3-year-old Noble Ann Sam filly out of Bridget Bardal. By Oil Burner, owned by Joyce Slaughter of Newark, Ohio. Richard Slaughter is the winning trainer, and Ty Van Roden is the winning driver. 6-2 exacta, $40.20. On the try, 6-2 and 3, $159.20. Field for tonight's second race, out on Parade, Exacta Trifecta Wagering. Take out the 2 Spring Away. Here they are. 1 is Speedy Levesque, owned by Glenn Cecil Brandon with Jack Daly. 2 is Scratch. 3 is Little Joe, owned by Parker and Berger. Dean Collins drives. The 4 is Striker Action, owned by the Homestock Farm with Dave Hawk. 5, Sky Tune, owned by Randall Miller with Mike McNabb. 6, Valiant Girl, owned by Deborah Colburn, Justin Hall in the bike. 7 is Kohler Practice, Thomas Stubbs the owner, Ty Van Roden is up. 8 is I've Been Framed, owned by Bob Chapman with Chip Noble. The 9 horse is Laddie's Doll, Mabel Fisher owns, Mark Winters drives. And scoring off the second tier is Gary Adams, Cobra Sabra, and Jim Daly. Post time at 7 minutes. Trotters lined up in the backstretch and set to go. And they're off. Sky Tune from Between Horses takes the lead with Kohler Practice up alongside second. Striker Action comes away in third. Gap of 2 lengths. And we come to I've Been Framed on the outside in fourth. Next in line is Little Joe from the inside fifth. The gap of 3 more to Speedy Levesque, who's about 8 lengths off the early tempo. Up alongside is Laddie's Doll, Cobra Sabra, and Valiant Girl is last. Moving around to the top of the stretch for the first time, Sky Tune is on the point. Sky Tune, Kohler Practice, Striker Action, and I've Been Framed. Opening quarter, 29 seconds flat. Trotting past the stands for the first time, and it's Sky Tune on the lead. 6-1 shot, Sky Tune is calling the early shots. Leads it by a length and a quarter from Kohler Practice in second. Gap of 2, Striker Action third. 2 more, I've Been Framed is fourth. Next in line, Little Joe is racing in fifth. 3 in front of Laddie's Doll. Up alongside is Cobra Sabra, and then we come down to Valiant Girl, and far back on a break, Speedy Levesque. Sky Tune passes halftime at 59 and 4. Rounding the turn into the backstretch, it's Sky Tune from Pocket Sitter. Kohler Practice, who's right there in second. Striker Action now comes to the outside in third, giving cover to Little Joe, who's parked in fourth. That one's got about 3.5 to make up. I've Been Framed is hemmed in fifth. Alongside third over is Cobra Sabra in sixth, followed next by Laddie's Doll, then it's Valiant Girl, and far back to Speedy Levesque. Around the turn to 3/4, it's still Sky Tune on top. Sky Tune, Striker Action pressing from the outside. 3 wide off cover. Here comes Cobra Sabra, followed by Kohler Practice, who's saving ground, 1:30 and 2, as they bunch up on the far turn. Moving around to the top of the stretch, Sky Tune a narrow lead. Striker Action between horses. Cobra Sabra the far outside, and Kohler Practice awaits the passing lane as they turn into the stretch. And it's Sky Tune still on top, closing on the outside. Cobra Sabra, I've Been Framed the far outside. Kohler Practice the rail. Cobra Sabra, I've Been Framed. Cobra Sabra, I've Been Framed. Too tight to call between those two, with Kohler Practice third. One for one this season is I've Been Framed, a 9-year-old bay stallion by Envy Worthy out of Twinbee Princess by Dream of Glory, owned by Bob Chapman of Columbus. Scott Mogan, the winning trainer, and Chip Noble is the winning driver. 201 and 3 for I've Been Framed. It's up and official. 810 on the exacta was $55.20. The triple 810.7, 512.80. In the double 6 and 8, $78. Get Adderall by John Wilson Schultz with Jim Daly driving. The 2 is Lifestream Mindale owned by Westgate Motors, Chip Noble. 3 is Thomas York Jr.'s Montana Stand, Dallas Miller drives. 4 is Count Chocula owned by Wingfield, and Wingfield, Jeff Neishonger. 5, Mad River Bud owned by Nina and Donna Ristorfer with Jim Lewis. 6, My Bottle Baby owned by Wayne Norman, Ryan Holton drives. 7 is Don't Back Down by Brookends 5 Racing, Ron Steck. 8 is Rusty Falcon owned by Jay and Keeney with Duke Sugg. 9 is Beverly Bushelman's Cruisin' Sabra, Dave Hawk the driver. And off the second tier is the 10 Pragmatic owned by Gregory Hartsook with Jeff Bout. Post time for the third now in 6 minutes. Third race field in the backstretch. There they go. And they're away and pacing. Count Chocula from the center, Mad River Bud from alongside. Pitter Patter Get At Her from the inside, gets away in third position. Montana Stand between horses fourth. Driving up Don't Back Down, the late lever from fifth. Then it's Lifestream Mindale, gap of 3 to Cruisin' Sabra. Then it's Pragmatic. My Bottle Baby, second last. Rusty Falcon is the back marker early as they race to head stretch for the first time. And it's Mad River Bud who comes away with the early lead. Mad River Bud by 2. Count Chocula, Don't Back Down is driving up. Pitter Patter Get At Her is fourth. Opening quarter, 29-1 in front of the stands for the first time. And Don't Back Down on the outside has a neck now a 3/4 length lead. Slowly edging clear from Mad River Bud, who doesn't want to give up the rail, now does so. Yields to race in second. Gap of 2. Count Chocula third. Pitter Patter Get At Her. Lifestream Mindale. Montana Stand comes to the outside. Pragmatic picks up the cover. My Bottle Baby, Cruisin' Sabra, Rusty Falcon last. Over to halftime, and Ron Steck is on the lead now with Don't Back Down in 59-1. Out of the turn and down the backstretch. Don't Back Down by 2. Mad River Bud is second. Montana Stand closing on the outside third. Count Chocula is locked in fourth. Alongside moving with cover, Pragmatic is now fifth, only 2.5 from the front. Lifestream Mindale is third over and moving up, followed by Pitter Patter Get At Her. Fourth over is My Bottle Baby. Length and a half more to Rusty Falcon, who starts to pick it up, and Cruisin' Sabra is now last. Montana Stand takes over the lead from Don't Back Down in 1:28-4. Moving around to head stretch. Montana Stand 3 parts of a length. Pragmatic to his flank in second. Don't Back Down is third. Lifestream Mindale looks to come 3 wide, followed by My Bottle Baby and a tired Mad River Bud as they pace through the stretch. It's Montana Stand getting slight urging, leads it by a length. Lifestream Mindale closing on the outside, followed by Don't Back Down. Lifestream Mindale on the outside gets the lead and draws off late. Montana Stand, Don't Back Down. Pragmatic was fourth. Heading back to the winner's circle, paying a 71-20 win mutual in here, Lifestream Mindale. 3-year-old Bay Gelded Son of Life sign out of Brooklow Bell by No Nukes by Westgate Motors, trained by Scott Mogan, and the winning driver is Chip Noble. Back-to-back winners for those connections. 157-3 for Lifestream Mindale. Rundown for the third race. Here's your rundown. Pitter Patter Get At Her was 8th. Lifestream Mindale the winner. Montana Stand 2nd. Count Chocula 9th. Mad River Bud was 6th. My Bottle Baby 5th. Don't Back Down was 3rd. Rusty Falcon 7th. Race trot, exacted trifecta. Pick 3. Wagering in the 4th race. No changes. 1 is Miss Badou, owned by David Morgan. Dave Hawk is the driver. The 2 is Action Photos, owned by Conrad and Schnaut. Chip Noble drives. Number 3 is Rail Splitter, owned by Bartley and Bartley, Ron Steck. 4 is Final Eclipse, owned by Dan and Patty Crebahen, with Don Feaster. 5 horse is Strike and Bug, owned by Ruth Carroll, the driver Kyle Ader. 6 Unky's Baby Doll, owned by Belle Morrison, with John Collins. 7 is TK's Kelsey, owned by Terry Milhone, with Mike Allen. And the 8 is Spirited Sacra, owned by Marty Lavelle. Del S. Miller is in the sulky. Now post time, 7 minutes. There they go. They're off. Striking Bug from the center of the track is out quickly for the lead with Unky's Baby Doll from alongside. Miss Badou is forwardly placed from the rail. Then it's TK's Kelsey, followed by Rail Splitter, gap of 3 lengths. To Action Photos, Final Eclipse, and Spirited Sacra's last. Moving around to head stretch for the first time, and it's the Jersey Invaders, Striking Bug, who comes away with the early lead. Has it by 2 lengths for Miss Badou in second place. Followed by Rail Splitter in third. Unky's Baby Doll takes a tuck in fourth. TK's Kelsey, Action Photos, Final Eclipse, and the back marker, Spirited Sacra. Opening quarter, brisk 28-3 as they trot in front of the stands for the first time. And Kyle Later has the lead with Striking Bug. Striking Bug is on top under the wire with 5/8 to go. Miss Badou in the pocket second. Gap of 2, Rail Splitter third. Unky's Baby Doll. TK's Kelsey, Action Photos, Final Eclipse comes to the outside, and Spirited Sacra remains last of the 8 as heads turn for halftime. It's Striking Bug from Miss Badou. Now a long gap of 3 to Rail Splitter third, Unky's Baby Doll, TK's Kelsey, Final Eclipse yet to find cover, Action Photos, and Spirited Sacra. They're off a half in 59-4. Getting a breather there on the front end, just 31-1 on the second split for Striking Bug. Striking Bug by 2 lengths. Miss Badou second, 2.5 more. Rail Splitter attempts to close the gap in third. He's still 4 off the tempo. Next in line, we come down to Unky's Baby Doll. Final Eclipse still uncovered on the outside. TK's Kelsey, Action Photos, Spirited Sacra is trailed throughout. 130 flat. Moving around to head stretch, Striking Bug, 2.5 lengths clear. Miss Badou being called on for more. 2.5 lengths farther back to Rail Splitter. Final Eclipse has worked his way into third, but he's got a long way to come to catch Striking Bug in here as they trot through the final 8th mile. Striking Bug is leaving him behind now, is in front by 6 and drawing away. Battles on for the place. Miss Badou, Rail Splitter outside Final Eclipse. Striking Bug home on top. Getting up for second with Rail Splitter, Final Eclipse third. Moving back into the winner's circle is Striking Bug, a wire-to-wire win for the 5-year-old chestnut son of Striking Sabra. Out of K-Buggy by Shimitar, owned by Ruth Carroll of Naples, Florida. Dan Ader, the winning trainer. Kyle Ader is the winning driver. 159-1 for Striking Bug. 5-3 exacta, $14.20. The try 5-3-4, $56.60. Here are the pacers for the 5th race. Number 1 is Really Shady, owned by Kempf and Keith. Dave Hawk, the driver. 2 is KF Cam, owned by Kaufman and Mogan. Scott Mogan in the bike. Number 3 is Forward Place, owned by Ed Mullinax with Kelly O'Donnell. 4, Arizona Flash, owned by the Hartley Farms. Mike Jarvis drives. 5 is Giz Can Do, owned by Craig Langston with Kane Kaufman. 6, Reasonable Doubt is owned by Lehman, and Manning, Del S. Miller. 7 is Howard Millington's Len Ruffstuff and Jeff Fout. 8 is Tina's Tinsel Star, owned by Harper and Briggs. Bob Harper drives. 9 is Baytowner, owned by Calvin Lamb with Patrick Brown, and the 10-horse, Wee Bee Lee, owned by the Strollin Stable with Bob Arnett. 7 minutes. Buckeye bred pacers lined up for the start. They're off. KF Cam is first away for the lead. Giz Can Do joins that one from the center, followed by Len Roughstuff, who's driving up from the far outside. Really Shady comes away in fourth, 2 in front of Wee Bee Lee, followed by Forward Place. Then it's Reasonable Down, who looks to take a tuck, 2 in front of Arizona Flash. Next is Tina's Tinsel Star, and Bay Towner is bringing up the rear. Moving around the head stretch for the first time, Len Roughstuff short lead. Really Shady wants the top though, and he's driving up. KF Cam back to third, followed by Giz Can Do and Wee Bee Lee. Opening quarter, 29 seconds flat. Passing the stands for the first time, and Really Shady and Dave Hawk are in command. They lead it by 2 lengths. Racing in second is Len Roughstuff, 2 in front of KF Cam. It's a gap of 2 more to Giz Can Do, followed by Wee Bee Lee. Long gap of 3. Forward Place, Arizona Flash moves up alongside, looking to flush cover. And then we come to Tina's Tinsel Star, Reasonable Doubt, and Bay Towner is the trailer. Moving around to halftime, it's Really Shady, the favorites on top here. Really Shady at the half in 59 seconds flat. Rounding the turn into the backstretch, Really Shady leads it by 2 lengths. Being tracked by Len Roughstuff in the pocket second. KF Cam third, followed by Arizona Flash, who's grinding it out first over and gaining ground from fourth. Following cover, Tina's Tinsel Star is moving up from fifth. Next in line, Giz Can Do, hemmed in, shuffle back sixth. Third over, Reasonable Down, followed by Wee Bee Lee. Then it's Bay Towner, and Forward Place is the trailer. At the 3/4, Really Shady on top in 1:28-1. Ups it to 29-1 as they move to the top of the lane. Really Shady by 2. Len Roughstuff going to take a shot at the leader from second. Gap of 4 lengths farther back, Arizona Flash. KF Cam went off stride and scattered a few of them as they drive through the final 8th mile. Really Shady braces for a challenge from Len Roughstuff, but he can't get to him now. It's Really Shady by 2.5. Len Roughstuff is trying but won't get there. It's Really Shady. Len Roughstuff second. Giz Can Do third. 1:56-1. Heading back towards the winner's circle is Really Shady, a 3-year-old bay colt by Towner's Big Guy out of Shady Romance by Falcon Sealster. Owned by Adelbert Kempf and Alan Keith of Ohio. Mike Roth is the winning trainer, and Dave Hawk is the winning driver. 1:56-1 for Really Shady in the 5th. Here they are for the 6th race. This one's sponsored by Shelley and Sands. One is Arizona Jackrabbit, owned by Del Blevins. Ryan Holton drives. Back up to the 2, Ellie Tinsel, owned by Paul Shoup with Jim Pantoliano. Back to the 3, Intimidator 2, owned by Laurie Kreitzer with Jimmy Wisman. 4 is Falkirk, owned by the Diamond Chip Stable with Chip Noble. 5 is Mr. Sandstorm, owned by Sherry Cox with Greg Grismore. 6, Ambushing on a Star, owned by Neil Seymour with Joe Adamski. 7 is Terry Sam's April Pay, Bob Harper drives. 8 is Noble Max, owned by Margaret Haller with Kyle Ader. 9 is Dressed to Kill, owned by Kemp and Keith, Dave Hawk. And the 10 is Powerhouse Sabra, owned by Runyon, Springer, and Cole. Del S. Miller is the pilot. Post time for the 6th in 7 minutes. Six-race field lined up and approaching the start. They're off and pacing, and Jimmy Wisman drives Intimidator 2 to the front. From alongside is Mr. Sandstorm, followed on the far outside by Noble Max. Dressed to Kill is rushing up late. Then it's Ellie Tinsel who comes away in 5th, 2 in front of Arizona Jackrabbit. Falkirk looks to take a tuck. Then it's Powerhouse Sabra to the inside of Am Wishing on a Star, and April Pay is last. At least 15 lengths cover the field as they race to the top of the stretch for the first time. Mr. Sandstorm, Noble Max hit the quarter in a fast 27-3, still fighting it out now as they come by the stands for the first time. And Noble Max, hard driven to clear the front, leads it by a length and a quarter from Mr. Sandstorm, who grudgingly yields in second and is now back out on the retake. Gap of 2.5. Intimidator 2 is third. 3 more to Dress to Kill in fourth. 2 in front of Ellie Tinsel, Arizona Jackrabbit, Falkirk, Powerhouse Sabra, April Pay, and I'm Wishing on a Star. Very fast fractions in here. Mr. Sandstorm is back on top, hitting halftime 57 seconds flat. Around the turn into the backstretch. Mr. Sandstorm on top by 2. Intimidator 2 is moving into second as Noble Max begins to retreat along the pylons in third. On the outside, moving up fourth is Dress to Kill. Then it's 2 lengths farther back to Ellie Tinsel, who's off the cones and rallying. A length and a half to Falkirk, followed by Arizona Jackrabbit. Up alongside is Powerhouse Sabra, followed by April Pay. And struggling at the tail end is I'm Wishing on a Star. They're at the 3/4, and it's Mr. Sandstorm leading the way. Intimidator 2, Dress to Kill's up on the outside. 3/4 in 127 flat. Moving around to the top of the stretch. Mr. Sandstorm is in control. Leads it a length and a quarter. Intimidator 2 in the pocket second, followed by Dress to Kill, who's laboring in third. Falkirk on the far outside, followed by Ellie Tinsel at the rail, driving through the final 8th mile. And Grismore starts to urge on Mr. Sandstorm, but it's not enough. Intimidator 2 cruises to the lead. It's Intimidator 2 by 2. Fights on for second. Intimidator 2, 2.5 clear. Tight for second, either Powerhouse Sabra or Ellie Tinsel. Moving back into the winner's circle is Intimidator 2. Second win this season. 3-year-old bay-gelded son of Look Sharp out of Whisper Hill by Listening, owned by trainer Laurie Kreitzer. And driven to victory by Jimmy Wisman in 157. Up an official. $3-2 exacta, $55.60. Try 3-2-10, $1,359.60. 3 of 3 in the pick 3 was $49 even. Field for the feature coming out onto the track. Exacted trifecta wagering in this one, $11,000 the purse. And here's a look at the field. One is Dr. Bauer, owned by Gary Reynolds. Dan Reynolds drives. The 2 is American High Noon, owned by Robert Key with Dan Ader. Number 3 is ZZ's Comet, owned by John Cabot. Greg Grismore drives. For his ultimate message by J.C. Ratliff with Jim Pantoliano. 5 is One Final Time by John Wengert and Amy Nicholson, Jeff Fout. 6, Will Mania by Leroy Amos with Del S. Miller. 7, Cyrano de Bergerac by Linda Rankin. Dave Rankin is up. Farther back to the 8, He's a Laser by Glass Langfelder and Glass Equine, Dave Hawk. And the 9 is T. Cody by the T. Cody Trust with Jim Shelton. 6 minutes. Seventh race trotters lined up, set to go. And they're off. Ultimate Message leaves in tandem with Will Mania from alongside second. One Final Time up close between horses. Dr. Barrow is at the rail. Followed up alongside by He's a Laser in 5th position. That one looks to settle back in. And then we come to American High Noon, T. Cody, ZZ's Comet, and Cyrano de Bergerac. Moving around to head stretch for the first time, and Ultimate Message pulls the pocket early and looks to overtake Will Mania for the lead. As they pass the opening quarter, it's Ultimate Message taking over command in 28 and 2. Passing the stands for the first time in Pantoliano as Ultimate Message on the point where he likes to be. A length and a half clear of Will Mania in second. Dr. Bauer third, followed by American High Noon in fourth. Then it's ZZ Comet to the inside in fifth. Up alongside, One Final Time looks to pick up cover in sixth. And then it's Cyrano de Bergerac, He's a Laser, and T. Cody is last. Rounding the turn on their way to halftime, Ultimate Message settled down on the lead now. Ultimate Message from Will Maney in second. Dr. Bauer comes to the outside third, giving cover to American High Noon on the outside in fourth. Tightening down fifth is ZZ's Comet, 3.5 lengths from the front. And then we come to One Final Time, Cyrano de Bergerac. He's a Laser is second last with 8 to make up. Trailer is T. Cody off a half, 1 minute and 1:31 and 4 in the second split. Less than 3/8 remaining as they head for the far turn. Ultimate Message a 3/4 length lead. Dr. Bauer trying to pressure from the outside second. Will Mania ground saving third. Second over American High Noon looks to tip off cover in fourth, followed by ZZ's Comet, and He's a Laser is sweeping up 3 wide, 3/4 in 1:29 flat. Moving around to the top of the stretch, Ultimate Message a half a length in front. Dr. Bauer 3 wide, American High Noon 4 wide as He's a Laser. Will Mania is in the pocket, followed by ZZ's Comet as they turn into the stretch. Ultimate Message starts to get some urging, leads it by 2.5 lengths now. Closing on the outside, American High Noon. Will Mania up the inside, coming the line. Ultimate Message is desperate. American High Noon closing. Those two hit the wire together with Dr. Bauer third in 1:58 and 3. High Noon picks up the win, and here's 6 for 14 on the season. 5-year-old Bay Stallion by American Winner. Out of Tanamera High Noon by ABC Freight. Owned by Bob Key of Leechburg, Pennsylvania. Dan Ader trains and drives American High Noon to victory, 1:58 and 3. Rundown for race 7, Dr. Bauer third, American High Noon the winners. ZZ's Comet was sixth, Ultimate Message second. One Final Time ninth, Will Mania fourth, Cyrano de Bergerac seventh. He's a Laser was fifth, T. Cody was eighth, 3:16.294.758. Eighth race field on the track. This one sponsored by Shelley and Sands. 1 is Magic Silk, owned by Raid Racing, Dean Collins. 2 is Western Tough Guy, owned by Terry Long, with Dave Hawk. 3 is Shad Valley, owned by Darrell Lambert, with Bill Long Jr. 4 is Richard Brooks, Tricky Surprise, Greg Grismore, the reinsman. 5 is out. 6 is Bank Shot, owned by Jerry Alderman, with Chip Noble. 7 is Our Mr. Sam, by Jack Tremonti with Kelly O'Donnell. 8 is Towner's Bell, by Marguerite Mesra, Joe Adamski. 9 Bear Pockets, by Larry Sears with Jason Moore. And the 10 horse is the Upsetter, owned by Gilmore, Rogers, and Batchy. Rick Heitman is in the bike. 7 minutes to race 8. The 8th race field swings into the backstretch. They're lining up and approaching the start. They're off. Tricky Surprise first away. Bank Shot from alongside. Magic Silk to join the fray. Western Tough Guy between horses and off stride. On a bad break into the infield goes Magic Silk. Around the far turn the first time. Bank Shot from the outside, a half length in front. Western Tough Guy is driving through the challenge. Gap of 2 and Tricky Surprise drops in third. Another 2 more. Our Mr. Sam is fourth, just in front of the Upsetter. Followed next by Shad Valley. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths farther back to Towner's Bell, followed by Bear Pockets as they pass the opening quarter, 28 1/5. Passing the stands for the first time, Bank Shot on the inside. And here's Western Tough Guy. Western Tough Guy looks to take over command under the wire with 5/8 to go. Tricky Surprise third. Span of 2.5. Our Mr. Sam is fourth. Another 2 more to the Upsetter in fifth. Followed 2 farther back by Shad Valley. Long gap of 3.5 to Towner's Bell, followed by Bear Pockets. And the distant trailer is Magic Silk after that break. Single file over to halftime, and it's Western Tough Guy on top at the half, 58 1. Rounding the turn into the backstretch, Western Tough Guy a length and a half from Bank Shot a patient second. Gap of 2 lengths farther back. Tricky Surprise is third. Another 2 more, and we come to Our Mr. Sam at the pylons fourth. Length and a half more, and Rick Heitman brings the Upsetter to the outside, ranging up from fifth. Gap of 3 to Shad Valley, who's yet to fire, and 3 more to the pair of practical trailers, Towner's Bell and Bear Pockets. 5/16 of a mile left as they enter the far turn. Western Tough Guy's on top. The Upsetter's on the outside. Bank Shot is at the rail. Gap of 2 lengths, Tricky Surprise. And Our Mr. Sam is off the cones. 128 2 for 3 quarters. Bound for the head of the stretch. Western Tough Guy still on top. Bank Shot, the Upsetter, starting to fade a bit between horses, followed by Tricky Surprise and Our Mr. Sam on the far outside as they drive through the final 8th mile. And Hawk goes to work on Western Tough Guy. But here's Bank Shot on the outside to take him on. Western Tough Guy. Bank Shot on the outside, gets up and edges away. Bank Shot, Western Tough Guy, and Tricky Surprise, 157 1. Back in the winner's circle is Bank Shot, a 3-year-old brown-gelded son of In the Pocket out of Spirit Maker by Troublemaker, owned by Jerry Alderman of Warren, Michigan. Winning trainer is Scott Mogan. The winning driver is Chip Noble. That's 3 on the night for Chip Noble and Scott Mogan. 157 1 for Bank Shot. $32 on the 6-2 Exacta. And on the try, the numbers 6, 2, and 4, $206.40. Exact and trifecta in the 9th race. Here's the field. 1 is El Jefe, owned by Eldon Combs with Eric Tharps. 2 is Nuclear Risk K, owned by Swartz and Young, Greg Grismore. 3 is Willie Hunter, owned by Virgil Hunter, Darren Mauser drives. 4 is Look Ted, owned by Hagemeyer and Daly, Jack Daly. 5 is William Hiles Farm Out, Jack Franklin. 6 is Chasey Baz, owned by Robinson, Brooks and Robinson, Jim Pangliano. 7, Heat a Man Sam, owned by Wirtz and Lewis, Mark Winters. And the 8 horse is Salty Socks, owned by Francis Schloss with Chip Noble. 6 minutes. There they go. And they're off. Look Ted from between horses. El Jefe is there. Farm Out from alongside. Length and a half back to Chasey Baz. Followed along the rail by Nuclear Risk K. Up alongside is Heat a Man Sam, Willie Hunter, and Salty Socks is the trailer as they take their positions and round the far turn the first time. And Jack Franklin drives on with Farm Out. It's Farm Out opening up by 2 on Look Ted second, El Jefe third. Heat a Man Sam parked to the quarter in fourth. Followed next by Chasey Baz as they pass the opening quarter in a fast 28-3. In front of the stands for the first time. Farm out on the inside as company from Heat a Man Sam was up to challenge alongside second. Look Ted just in behind racing in third. El Jefe is fourth. Chasey Baz rates off the pace, about 5 off it in fifth. And then we come to Nuclear Risque and 4 lengths back to the pair of trailers, Willie Hunter and Salty Socks, who's brought to the outside, but he's got a long way to come as they round the turn on their way to halftime. Farm out a narrow lead. Brutal trip for Heat a Man Sam on the outside. They're at halftime together in 57-4. Just in behind, Look Ted, a ground-saving third. El Jefe is brought to the outside, gaining ground from fourth. 2.5 more to Chasey Baz, followed next by Nuclear Risque. Then 5 lengths farther back to Salty Socks, who leaves the trailer Willie Hunter. Less than 3/8 remaining as they point for the far turn, and it's Farm Out in command. Farm Out, Look Ted. Caught 3 wide was El Jefe. He's backing up and forcing Nuclear Risque to circle up 4 wide. Down along the rail, Chasey Baz has made some headway. Salty Socks is driving through. He's got traffic, but he's fried from the front. 3/4 in 1:27-1. Moving around ahead stretch. Farm Out leads by a length. Nuclear Risque to take him on second. Chasey Baz off the rail third. Look Ted is dropped back, followed by Salty Socks, who's rallying on the far outside, driving through the final 8th mile. Taking over the lead, it's Nuclear Risque, but here comes Salty Socks in the back of the pack. Nuclear Risque, Salty Socks cruises on by and opens up late. Salty Socks going to be tight for second, either Farm Out or Chasey Baz. Heading back into the winner's circle is Salty Socks, a 3-year-old Falcon Elmhurst colt out of Gone to the Beach by Beach Towel, and by Francis Schloss of Cincinnati. Dave Rankin is the winning trainer. Chip Noble, 4 wins tonight. Salty Socks, 2 wins on the season, 1:57-3, his fastest lifetime mile. $8.6 exact at $56.20. The Troy 865 180.40. William Scruta with Patrick Brown driving. 2 is Quality Tar by William Klein III. Dean Collins up. 3 Adam Quaitin is owned by Stover and Justice Tony Rose. 4 is Starro Bingo owned by Odell Starr with Charlie Smith Jr. 5 Rich Traveler owned by Brent Davis with Dave Hawk. 6 is CR Colorado Kid owned by Willard Hainier, Carmen Hainier the driver. 7 It's Pocket Money owned by Connie Messler with Greg Grismore. 8 is Joe P. Cadet owned by William Doran, Jason Moore drives. 9 It's Carl Again owned by Turbulent Air, Jeff Neisonger. And the 10 Nitro Listen owned by Ron Barker, Kane Kaufman in the sulky. 6 minutes until post time. Paces are in the backstretch, lining up, and there they go. And they're off. Adam Quaitin for the early lead from 3 wide. CR Colorado Kid is driving up. Rich Traveler in between horses, and they are 3 wide as they enter the far turn the first time. 2.5 lengths farther back to It's Pocket Money, who lays just off the early pace in fourth. Another 3.5 more, and we come to Isaiah 40-31. Followed next along the rail by Nitro Listen. 2.5 more to Quality Tar. And then it's Starro Bingo, Joe P. Cadet. And it's Carl again. Fast quarter, 27-3. Passing the stands for the first time. And Rich Traveler, used hard early, has yet to clear the top. But he's a half a length in front now of Adam Quaitin in second. CR Colorado Kid parked the mile in third. Followed by It's Pocket Money at the rail in fourth. A gap of 2 to Isaiah 40-31. 2.5 more to Nitro Listen. Then a gap of 3 lengths farther back to Quality Tar. Joe P. Cadet up alongside. It's Carl again, and Starro Bingo is last as they race around the turn on their way to halftime. And now CR Colorado Kid takes over the lead. He's been parked through a half in 57-1 and boots away by 3.5 lengths. Rich Traveler back to second. It's Pocket Money rallying uncovered on the outside third. Followed next by Adam Quaitin, who shuffled back there in fourth. Nitro Listen underway from fifth, about 6 off the lead. Then we come to the outside, and Joe P. Cadet covered up as Isaiah 40-31 up alongside outside comes It's Carl Again, Starro Bingo, and Quality Tar is last as they hit 3/4. CR Colorado Kid on top of length, but It's Pocket Money has his sights set on the lead. 126 and 4 for 3/4. Demanding splits here as they move to head stretch. CR Colorado Kid, It's Pocket Money on the outside. Gap of 2. Nitrolisten comes in at third. 3 more back, and we come to Adam Quaiton and Joe P. Cadet driving through the final 8th mile. And It's Pocket Money has gotten the better of CR Colorado Kid and leads it now by a length. CR Colorado Kid back to second. Nitrolisten late pace. It's Carl Again, but the nightcap goes to It's Pocket Money, a length and a quarter. CR Colorado Kid tight for third. Either It's Carl Again or Nitrolisten. Bay Gelded son of Armbro Emerson out of Flight Time by Albatross. Owned by Constance Messler of Dayton, Ohio. David Perry is the winning trainer. Greg Grismore, the winning driver. 157 and 3. 2 wins this season for It's Pocket Money.